Hi, this is Dale again, and now I'm going to get into some what I call overlay or complex masking. Okay, and these masks can get quite involved. Here I have a layer on a group on hide all. Okay, and everything, the star and the triangle are mask this layer. The square is a mask, add to mask, but the circle I've said clear mask and then add invisibility to it. So let's see what happens. Okay, and of course I've got the picture in the background just so that we can understand that the background, okay, is going to be part of these masking too. Okay, and it's don't mask this layer. So let's render this. And as you can see, the circle is now part of the mask and it's rendering just what it's seeing. So let's move the circle. And of course it's part of the, and we'll render this one more time. And as you can see, the circle is invisible, but it's masking the triangle and the star, but it's not really masking the square because it's behind it. So what would happen if we move the circle up and render and see what happens? Okay, see now the masking for the square is gone and the circle is still masking everything because it's behind it and it's just add to mask. Okay, it gets kind of confusing here, but bear with me. So if I want just the star to be mask, okay, that's what we'd get like that. You can see the star shape and the circle masking it. Uh, well, let's change this to so I see the circle and apply. And now the circle shows up with the star over top, but the triangle is being masked, as you can see. Uh, let's go back to the other one. Control render. And of course you can see the triangle being masked before too. So, and if I pull the circle down, I'm going to go back to, so the circle shows up. Okay, and now the triangle and the star is going to get masked. And the circle is not, the triangle is not being masked by the square because it's part of this mask. The square is getting kind of like cut out because this, before, see the masking goes to the next layer above. So the add to mask and it masks the triangle. Whereas this one is clear mask and it's masking the star. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so as I bring this down, the square no longer has anything to mask because the circle's being masking these two. So as you do this, the triangle is no longer being masked by the square, but being masked by the circle. Okay, and if I go down to the very, bring the circle very bottom, and I change that setting like that, hit apply. Now what's going to happen? Okay, so now the circle is part of the square mask, which is masking the star and the triangle. And as you can see, the circle is part of the square mask, okay, and it's masking out the star and triangle, but it's not masking out the circle. I mean, the circle's not masking out square. So now there's also this setting, and let's see, it's the same as the clear mask. All right, so you can use this setting or this setting for this mask, and it would. But the difference is when you go above and you render, it gives you the same thing. Let's see. Okay, here's the difference between using this setting and this one. Okay, let's see the difference. So we're going to clear mask, apply. Okay, the triangle is not getting masked, only the star. Okay, and the square is only masking the triangle. As you can see, let me render it again one more time. See, the square is running, but hey, if I go to the circle and use add to mask, okay, now the triangle still gets masked, and the circle is masking the star because the star is above it and the triangle is below it. So it only affects the layer above it. This is affecting the layer above it, but it's also affecting the circle and the star because we didn't clear the mask. Okay, I'm hoping this starts to make some sense. Okay. So let's start doing a reveal all. Now, if I hit apply, reveal all, hit render, okay, the circle disappears and everything else renders normally. That's because on a reveal all, most of the times, let me just hit apply to that, you're dealing with these lower masking settings. And render. And as you can see now, the square is hidden. Okay. And it's masking the triangle and the star, and the background is clear to see. That's the reason why I have the background here, because you need to see the effects over top of a background when you start using a reveal all mask. Okay. And the circle, okay, didn't get masked for what reason? It should be showing. So let me take a look at why it isn't. Oh, the reason why is because the star and triangle is hiding it. Let's bring it over here and see what happens. There you see, there you can see the circle. So we have an inside mask that's invisible. Okay. And you could do this with the hide all. So that's, but the thing of it is that as you move up and the triangle goes behind everything, let's see what happens. Now the triangle is being shown because it's behind the invisible mask. You move around. Yep. But let's start playing with the triangle. Okay, now we got clear mask. Let's add the triangle to mask and keep it invisible. Apply. And not the effect I'm looking for. Maybe it's subtract. No. No. I'm looking for something where cut this out. let's see if it goes like this. Yeah, there we go. But now the triangle is subtracting from the mask. Okay, the square is invisible. Okay, so now you can have the triangle subtracting from the mask, and the square, of course, is still invisible. Well, let's make the square visible by clear mask, adding and apply. And now it's an inside mask with a triangle making parts of the other two layers invisible. So you can get some pretty interesting effects with these maskings, okay? And of course that was on Reveal All. So on Reveal All, you end up hiding this mask by keeping it down, using these two layers, or these two settings, excuse me, on the bottom layer. Now let's go up one and see what happens. And of course the triangle is just invisible because it's trying to mask this, and the square is masking these. So that's the way you have to look at this, is that the masking goes in upward fashion. So the triangle is going to mask just the star now. And it leaves the circle alone. So that's it. I mean, it's basically the inside-outside mask principles or ideas, basically. And then complex masking is when you have two masks or more, okay, in the same group layer. And the Reveal All works best, okay, when you're dealing with these two settings or the lower the lower settings. And the Hide All here, okay, works best with mask this layer and then add two masks, these upper layer masks, okay. Although sometimes, okay, when you get into complex masking, the second mask you put in after you've masked this layer will be one of these settings. So I hope that it gives you some idea of how to do these complex masks, hey, and you can play around and pretty much figure out, how to do it after a while. Hey, instead of just saying, oh, that didn't work, that didn't work, that didn't work, because that's what I was basically doing for quite a while until I figured out, the philosophy of an inside and outside mask. Thanks for watching. Bye.